So Tim, if you don't mind, could you start by telling me a little bit about yourself and how you got into teaching?
Sure. I was actually a geography major as an undergrad, and I sort of came around about way. I was a chemistry major originally, and sort of liked all the classes in geography, and talked to my chemistry professor and talked to the geography professor, and chemistry professor told me I'd ruin my life if I changed majors, and the geography professor said, "Oh, we can do that. We can incorporate chemistry." So I made the switch. I've always sort of liked weather and climate, and that's sort of the thing I focus on. And so after undergrad, I just kept on going, master's degree and PhD, and just sort of really enjoyed it. Enjoyed being in the classroom, enjoyed doing the research, and that's how I got here today.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The program you help teach is called Geoenvironmental Studies. Is there a class in particular you enjoy teaching or find valuable for this program or study?
Now, my opinion probably differs greatly from the students, but I would say our fundamentals of research methods class is a really important class. And the reason I say that the students might not necessarily agree with that is because they don't particularly like it, but I think all of them will agree that it's a useful class by the time they actually get through it and make their way through it. So yeah, I really enjoy teaching that class. It's we develop research ideas in there, and so for me, it's always new. I mean, the structure of the class is kind of the same, but each semester there's 12 or 15 students that are coming up with totally new ideas, and so it's fun to see those. It's fun to see which ones turn into actual research projects and which ones sort of fizzle out and go in other directions later on. But sort of that development phase is fun to watch.
Cool. And lastly, what job opportunities lie down the road after someone completes this degree? How diverse is the job market in this field?
So we do a pretty good job of placing our students, and a lot of them end up in government agencies like the Department of Environmental Protection for the state, or the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources.
Cool.
Some work at the national level with the EPA in Washington, D.C. We've had folks do stuff like that. We have another big group of folks that end up working for local municipalities from a planning standpoint and a resource standpoint, so for town governments and GIS and mapping their facilities and making decisions about land use within the facilities. And then a final area where people end up is usually in private consulting firms, which are hired by universities and municipalities and other agencies to try and make decisions about where they're going to put a development or where they're going to drill a well. And so they'll often hire these companies to sort of help out with that process and some of the requirements that are involved with that.
Oh, cool.
The other thing that we do that is pretty nice for both our graduates and undergrads is we look at, or we host a career day. There's the university career day, but we also have a specific career day just for our department.
Oh, cool.
And so that allows, a bunch of our graduates, we've been doing this for 30 or so years, 40 years, and so we've got alumni pretty much everywhere in the state and all these types of government agencies, local municipalities, consulting firms, and so a lot of them come back and are looking for interviews, looking for resumes from our current students, and they also give talks in the morning to help the students get a sense of what the current job market is like. So we try our best to facilitate a smooth transition from the degree to the work environment.
Oh, definitely. Well, thanks a lot for your time.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thanks.
All right.
This was awesome.